Welcome to the Spiritual Vault. I'm WUNAM, aka Nikki Love, your African Indigenous Traditional Healer.
And I'm Brother ADINKRA, your African Indigenous Traditional Healer. I was looking for the mic, that's why I was looking.
Okay, so family. Okay, so we're gonna do a question and answer. Okay, question and answer. If you got questions, we're gonna answer. Okay, that's what Brother ADINKRA suggested. And also, if there's a topic you wanted to talk about, put it in the chat. Let us know. Y'all want to talk about something? Hey, Mocha Brown. I told him we getting on kind of late, and we're gonna see if anybody's on here.
Hey, sis. All right.
Jaleesa, we up late because we took a nap earlier, so now we up late. So, hey family, hey YouTube, how you doing? How you doing?
All right. Peace and blessings,
Step
YouTube.
down, son.
Huh?
Step down, son. All right. Y'all know they trying to make it. They're trying to make it. They're trying to make it. Cold. Have y'all been seeing a lot of the chemtrails up there? And they're trying to make it cold, but Ross said you can kiss my natural black ass because it's gonna be hot. So while they're trying to make snow come, snowdrops falling and everything going in, whatever Christmas Day and whatever they want to do on Christmas is not happening. Ross said that's about to be over soon. Ross said, nah, you're not winning this war. I got to make it warm. So the snow is not coming, y'all. I know in the South anyway. Not in the South. So don't be waiting for snow because it ain't coming. It's going to be 70 degrees tomorrow. 70 degrees.
70 degrees.
Hey, Angela Payne. Mocha Brown says, I'm up and I can't sleep. They said I was positive for, oh boy. I hate to hear that. What, Mocha Brown, what are your symptoms? Tell me what your symptoms are. What's your symptoms? These people are doing so much, y'all, it's not even funny. Y'all see all this gray hair? This look like I'm bald headed, but it's gray hair, y'all. I got gray hair. It do. It look like I'm bald on the side, but that's gray hair. Yeah. All right, so we're doing a question and answer. So a question and answer. If you have any questions, you can ask the questions. If you just want to talk about a topic and you just want to vent, then come on with it. Sore throat and coughing. Okay. Mocha Brown, I want you to get some garlic. I want you to get some ginger, and I want you to get some lemon, and I want you to get some honey. And then I want you to get a shot of gin. I want you to make it all together, let it ferment overnight, and then drink it. Cut up the garlic, cut up the lemon, the ginger, and then a shot of gin. It's almost like a hottie toddy, but it's a little stronger because garlic acts as an antibiotic. So try that. Angela Payne, you ain't never lying. Breezy, beautiful, not too hot, not too cold. You know what I mean? The weather's good. Hey YouTube, how's everybody doing on YouTube?
Peace and blessings, family on YouTube. How y'all doing tonight? Pretty crystal clear. How you doing tonight? Aset Ramses, Goddess V. How y'all doing tonight? Let me see. So tonight we're doing a Q&A, like WUNAM said. Y'all ask the questions and we're gonna answer the questions. Just put them in the chat. People still coming on.
All right. What's this? All right, y'all.
Okay.
All right, family. Peace and blessings. Flex Justify with whiskey work or tequila. Flex Justify, yup. Whiskey or tequila work too. Okay? Remember, you got to cut up some garlic, cut up some lemon, some ginger. I'm talking about mix it all together. It's going to be nasty. But do that and then do a shot of any whiskey or tequila or anything alcohol. Any alcohol. Shake it up. Take a tablespoon before you go to bed. Take a tablespoon before you get up in the morning. I mean, when you get up in the morning, you should be okay. You should be. I don't know what kind of a virus this one is right here, but a lot of things ain't fighting it. Okay?
Felicia and Jarvis says the snow is not sticking in Rochester, New York.
It ain't gonna stick because they doing too much. They doing entirely too much. Trying to change the weather and they ain't got no power to do that at all. At all. So at the end of the day, it don't even matter. They can try all they want. They can try to, manipulate the force of nature, but nature's saying not this time. And Ra especially, he said, I'll burn your asses up. I'm going to burn y'all asses up if you keep playing. That's what Ra is saying. The sun. Saying that, okay? All right, come on, y'all. Y'all come with the questions. What y'all want to know? There's so much going on in the news right now. I mean, every year, do y'all know the repetitiveness of what's going on? Every year somebody's breaking, a couple of people I know got their cars broken into. And this is the same shit that happens every year. It's not new. And you see the same thing on the news, the same thing. People losing their jobs, flights canceled, people's cars getting broken in because they got gifts in there. Do y'all ever wonder why it's the same thing every year? The same pattern or things that happen every year during this time of the year? So is this really a blessed year or a happy year or happy Christmas or Merry Christmas and is it a Happy New Year? Is it really happy when all of these negative things are going on between the time, I'm going to say between Thanksgiving and New Year, shit is always happening.
I don't know.
It's got bad news.
I don't know if it's a good year a good time of year because a lot of people commit suicide this time of year.
I don't know about that. God damn, you came way off for the lunch. You said a lot of people can't.
Yeah, because a lot of people be
shit.
depressed because they done lost people, that they was close to during the year, and this might be their first year without them, and it's people are depressed this time of year. A lot of people doing without. Some people are doing without this time of year.
Hey, Stephanie.
Crime goes up this time of year.
Well, let me answer. Flex justify Flex and Flex justifies question.
All right, we got a question over here too from Pretty Crystal.
Okay, so you can't. Okay. Whether it's beautiful, breezy too, peace and love. What is wrong with President Joe Biden? Will he still be president in 2022? He seems off. You ain't never lying. Flex. Because at the end of the day, what I'm seeing is I don't even think that's him. I don't ever profess to be right, 100% right when I'm doing my readings. But I'm going to tell you like this. I feel like he's a clone. I feel like he has some health problems. And I feel like he has a touch of dementia. Every time I see him on TV, I feel like he has the person that has a touch of dementia. And I also see with him serpent. I see like a being. I ain't going to lie. I see a goddamn alien. Right? Like
y'all never noticed his black eyes?
Right, look when y'all watch
black
him close, his eyes are black.
The best advice to prep for the new year.
Well, I'll tell you what, the best advice I could give y'all with this new year, do not go into this new year with a depressive, negative thinking, thoughts, energy at all. Go into this new year knowing that it's going to be 150% better than last year. Do be mindful of that. Because you got to remember, we're in a major transformation. The physical body, the galaxy, the planets, the universe is in a major transformation. And this transformation is actually involving the way that we think. So as you go through your transformation, physical, spiritual transformation, you must understand that it's going to also change the way you think. You might not think the same that you thought 10 years ago. A lot of us beings are becoming more sensitive, okay? So be very mindful of the way you think. And karma is also, okay, hitting people. Before I would say quicker than you can blink your eye, but it's quicker than the speed of goddamn light right now because I'm seeing it every day. You do something this day, the next day, karma's coming. So with saying that, family, be very mindful that you go into this year with a very positive mindset. Very positive mindset. Don't think negative. Don't go into the new year cursing yourself with spell words. I'm going to be broke, or I'm going to be sick, or this is going to happen. Get rid of all that negative talk, that negative thinking. So this year, because if we're like one big brain. If everybody's on the same vibrational energy, and we're all thinking positive in the sense that, yeah, 2021 wasn't that great. 2020 wasn't that great. 2019 you got COVID. The last 3 years been struggle and hell and just misery and sickness and deaths and loss of money and I mean you name it been on. But this year, if we all think on the same vibrational energy, this year's gonna be a bad year. I mean in a good way. Good things are going to happen. A lot of good things are going to happen. A lot. And then when I tell y'all blessings upon blessings upon blessings, the unrighteousness that has been done will be fixed amongst humanity. The unrighteous, I mean, y'all know I tease, but the scripture in the Bible that says the rich shall be poor and the poor shall become rich. That's really an African proverb. And that's literally going to take place. And not rich in the sense of where we're going to have monetary, but spiritually rich. Spiritually rich. And the rich are going to start becoming spiritually poor. Mentally, soulfully, physically. Watch when I tell y'all. They're going to be stripped of all the things that they have. Because ain't no way in the world we should live in a world where we have people that are hungry, that are homeless. Right now, their price gouging so goddamn bad, it's not even funny. But let me tell you something. If you all are on the same vibrational wave pattern of thinking that we are going to have a better year in 2022, and it's going to be better where no human is going to have to deal with chaos, war, poorness, hungriness, none of that, then you'll see the change.
Felicia Andrara says, address prices and rising inflation. What do you see with that? What do you see with the...
I mean, it's right now. We have, like I just said, they're price gouging. Like I told y'all on the last show, we put 10 contracts on 10 different houses and got outbidded. Why? Because people being greedy for goddamn money. You hear what I'm saying? The housing prices. You got houses out here that are worth $180,000. They charging $300,000, double the price. You lost your goddamn mind. This house ain't worth the goddamn.
They're charging double the price, and people are outbidding each other.
Right, to buy
like
these houses.
$20,000 and $40,000.
And let me tell you something. They think they're all bad doing all of that. I'll offer $40,000 more, knowing that you don't even know how.
What's gonna be it? What you might
What's
have to
gonna
fix
happen? What you might have to fix, even though they get, inspections and all of that. You paying for a house. Some of these houses, you could blow on them when they fall down. I'm not playing. We see some little houses that look like goddamn barns. And you paying $100,000, $250,000 for a little goddamn barn? Shit like that pisses me off. And it pisses me off because they're doing too much. They being greedy. They're being greedy. And they don't even know that they're being tested right now. They don't even know that they're being tested. And I'm talking about tested but by higher beings. Okay?
Everything is rising too, because like food is rising, all of that, because it's a shortage of truck drivers, all kind of stuff like that. Everything is affecting the food and everything. So I don't know. I just feel like it's time where we're living in a time where we pretty much got to start growing our own food and dealing with our own, animals and crops like that.
Well, I mean, what's your answer to that question?
Rising inflation. Mm-hmm. I just feel like it's gonna rise, and then I just see everything is gonna go back down. But it's just all about money. People are trying to get as much money as possible as they can right now.
They're being greedy, family.
Because so many, and what I see is too, also people are losing money in other areas because in certain things, so they're raising the prices on everything. Like it's everything. Like say for instance, if a person has 6 houses that he rents out, and he can only keep 3 of them occupied. That's another reason for raising the rent double, because they're trying to make the money that they still trying to make the money that they was making when they had all 6 houses being rented. Now
Well,
they
that's
only
what
got
they
3,
get.
so they're doubling everything.
That's another thing. How the hell is a damn 2-bedroom apartment, especially in the South, y'all? One of the reasons people come to the South and migrate back to the South is because of the prices of living. People are fleeing from California. People are fleeing from Texas. People are fleeing from Chicago. People are fleeing from New York, from up north, to come down here because the prices supposedly are cheaper. Now you got them charging $2,000. Who the hell charges 16? No, I'm sorry. It was $1,899, $1,899 for a goddamn apartment. California, New York, yeah, that's what you expect. But in the South, South Carolina, Georgia, North Carolina, come on now. That's ridiculous. That's mortgage money. That's mortgage money. So see, they're being greedy. And even with the houses, let me tell you, it's going to crash. What I see spiritually is going to crash. And what's going to happen is all of these companies like Zillow, Open Door, all of these, and everybody's creating these new little sub companies, right? Because they're trying to get a piece of the pie. Are you selling your house? It's all over the web. Are you selling your house? We're going to buy your house cash. Whatever they're doing, they're trying to make it like the stock market, but it's going to backfire on them. And it's going to backfire on them so hard. And it already happened to Zillow, y'all. It's going to backfire them so hard. They're going to wish they never invested as much money as they did in these houses. They're going to be sitting on houses and upon houses upon houses. And they ain't going to get nobody to rent them or buy them. And especially at the price that they're charging now. So, I mean, right now, I think inflation already started. I already feel like that. Hey, Lanisha, how are you? Hey, Erica, how are you? All right, we're doing a question and answer show. All right, now, y'all know how Facebook is. So, if I don't see your question, type it again.
Peace and blessings, family, on YouTube and Facebook. Greetings, Lamar Hewitt. Peace and blessings, Queen Creole.
Will people be worshiping actor Kevin Samuels in 2022? Who? Who the hell is Kevin Samuels? Who is that?
Kevin Samuels. Ain't that the one with does the thing on YouTube talking about women?
I don't know. Who's Kevin Samuels?
Ain't that Kevin Samuels?
Flex, who's Kevin Samuels? Tell me that. Is that the one who be on YouTube talking about women?
Yeah.
If that's the one, then you know what? They better not. God damn it! I don't like his ass. Well, let me change that. I don't know him, so I can't say that personally. I don't like the things he says. Let me change that. Okay, I don't like the things he says. So with saying that, family, if that's the same dude, we're okay, Alanisha. Okay, yes it is. Okay.
That's right.
No, people ain't gonna worship him because right now we're in the divine feminine energy, and divine feminine energy is overpowering that masculine energy. So he better sit his ass down somewhere with all that bullshit he be talking about. Women should look this way, they should be that way. Come on with that. Now again, I can't say I don't like him because I don't know him, because I might like him in person. I just don't like his views. Let me just say that, okay? Just like what's that boy's name? Charleston, whatever they call him. Yeah, we'll talk about him in a minute. But anybody got another question?
No. Y'all got any questions on
YouTube?
On YouTube? See y'all coming in now. They coming in. So put your questions in the chat, family. Put your questions in the chat.
Put them in the chat. All right.
It's
so
8626, right? I don't know why I'll be having to act.
All right. Okay, so I haven't, and you know what's funny? Because I haven't heard about him in a while. Haven't heard about him. He's just a gimmick for money. Yeah, well, you know what? you know, some of the things he say pissed me off. There was another guy years ago on YouTube who was pissing me off with that bullshit about men. And
Alpha male strategist.
yeah, whatever his name was. Let me tell y'all
A
something.
lot of men worship them. Like a lot, they do worship him. I can see
Yeah,
that
well,
shit.
and y'all teaching the men the wrong things. God damn it, the wrong things.
And it's crazy because that energy's coming out and with these channels, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then you still, because that feminine energy is rising. But the thing is, they're not paying attention. A lot of people are switching to the spiritual aspect of things. So you got it. These women, these men that make these channels, they have to be kind of cautious of what they say to certain women, because some of these women that are watching them, they deal with witchcraft, and then they I just like they say the wrong thing to the wrong people. People are gonna do rituals on them, whether it's right or not. They're gonna do rituals on them.
Well, you know, I'm just gonna say at the end of the day, you know, it's okay to have your view. You can have your view. You can have your points. But that shit that Kevin Samuel was talking about, what was he talking about? A man don't want a woman who ain't got no money. This shit that goes both ways. Shit. You know what I mean? Like I really was going to try to
But
challenge him, but I didn't
be
want to waste my time.
I feel like though. I feel like this
Let me
though.
see the sunflower seed. What? You feel like what?
I feel like this though. Like if they say, you know, I don't know. I just feel like when it comes to women wanting a man with money, I don't think that's a bad thing. I just think that they shouldn't want them. Like that shouldn't be the only reason they want them. Like nobody wants to be dealing with somebody where they have to constantly do stuff for them, take care of them, and all of that, because they can get kind of annoying. You know
Well,
what
it
I mean?
depends on their situation. My thing is at the end of the day, of course you don't want no bum. You don't want a bum woman, and you want a bum man. But at the end of the day, I mean, you know, he was teaching on another whole level. Ain't nobody got time for that. Your opinion on Kamala Harris if Biden steps down?
If
I'm gonna be
Biden,
honest
if
with
Biden
you,
steps
Felicia.
down,
I don't get into the politics like that. I really don't, and I really don't try to pay attention to them because I feel like it's as one of my good friends Kim would say, politics. You know what I mean? And I don't care about politics like that. I really don't, and never did. And I even hated social studies when I was in school. I hated social studies. I didn't like all that shit, nothing. So, I mean, honestly speaking, Kamala Harris stepping up if Biden stepped down. First of all the stuff it is to keep you blindsided from what's really going on behind the scenes. Okay, happy holidays, Joanne. But we like to say happy family day because we don't celebrate the holidays like that because this is the time of the year when you can get with family the most, and this is the time of the year when you should thank your ancestors to be able to get with your family because everybody's so busy doing your working and everything else, right? So
Nikki Nakaya says, "Do y'all see us getting reparations?" I don't see that. I don't know. I haven't seen that for a minute. What do you see? Do you see us getting reparations?
no, I'm eating sunflower seeds, y'all. Now, what I do see, next year they're going to be releasing some more money,
Damn, this shit went down.
okay,
Yeah, it went the wrong way.
from the Federal Reserve. That's what I see. They're going to start releasing that money. Hey, Indicators. So, Lanisha, you think he's a gimmick for money just to make money?
Let me see.
Any more questions on YouTube or Facebook? We're doing a question and answer. So ask your question.
Pretty crystal clear says, "Is karma real?" Is karma real?
What you think, Brother Dinkra?
I think what you put out, you get back. You know, you may get it down the line. Some people, karma is delayed, so we thinking they get away with shit, they get away with shit, they get away with shit, but that's not the case. A lot of people will be going through shit that cause other people problems, and they'll act like everything is perfect in their life. So you'll never know. But I feel like whatever you put back, you get back. Like you know how the Bible say, you reap what you sow, you shall reap what you sow. That's real.
Y'all hear that? You reap what you sow.
Especially remember
Right.
Like you just said a few minutes ago, you said people been getting their karma left and right. Like as soon as they do stuff, I've been noticing even on the news, soon as somebody commits a crime, like years ago, it'll take them months to catch them, or maybe even years to find this person that did something that's committing certain crimes, and now they're just catching them right away. They're catching them right away. Stuff's happening to them soon as they do it. I was watching a video the other night. The kid, he robbed his family. He robbed this man in front of his family, and he got out the car after he robbed him and walked across the street.
Hi, Peaches.
And the guy ran him over and knocked his arm off. So it's like people are getting their karma right away. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna catch him later.
Right, it's happening quickly.
Like
so what comes around comes around. That's the laws of the universe, right?
People get
laws of the universe. What comes around goes around. So you think you're gonna do bad, it's gonna eventually come back to you. Sometime years ago it used to take years. Now it's taking seconds. It's taking less than seconds. Like I said, quicker than the speed of light. So be careful what you do, because if you do unrighteous stuff, unrighteousness shall come back to you 20,000-fold. Okay. Lanisha Owen, Peaches. I said hi, Peaches Berry. How are you? You good? Lanisha Owens, is the vaccine harmful to our gifts and DNA, or is it not a threat of if we are vibrating high enough? What you think, Brother ADINKRA?
Is a vaccination what?
Harmful to our gifts.
I'm kind of.
Love you too.
I'm kind of 50-50 on that, because I feel like they're trying to block certain aspects of us that are awakening, but I don't feel they can shut down our gifts all the way. I don't feel like they can do that, because it's not given to us by them, so they can't turn it off and turn it on. They're trying, but everything is about DNA. Everything is about DNA now. Mm-hmm. Even with the movies, it's going to be about DNA. DNA this, DNA this, DNA that. Because in the last 20 years, there's just been a spark of just them studying DNA, melanin, DNA, and all of that. But all of this stuff, reverts back to you. It's coming back to you. It's dealing with the DNA change and all of that stuff. Certain forms of how can I say this? Certain life forms on this planet are probably either finna be eradicated or put to sleep or something like that. And then there has to be a merge of the DNA with the people that are gonna survive. So for the last 20 years, you've been noticing more and more, like even when you watch commercials and stuff like that, you always see it's never two black people together in a relationship. It's always one black, one white. You may see Hispanic or Chinese. I've been even seeing black and Chinese together in these commercials, but I never see a lot of black. I never see that on a constant basis.
Could it be that they're trying to bring about one race opposed to several races? Because now everybody's mixing up. Ishmael Bay, my brother, long time no see. How are you? How are you, and how's the kids and wifey? I know all is well. I like to say all is well. And we're wishing you much success in 22 as well, you and your family. Well, to answer your question, Lanisha, we have many, many gifts. The DNA is going through a reactivation. Not activation, but reactivation. So with saying that, I don't see that they have the power to completely shut it down. What they call the junk DNA. Remember I used to tell y'all years ago, we used to do shows like this on Blog Talk Radio. But years ago I would say the junk DNA serves a purpose. They try to say it didn't serve a purpose, but it does serve a purpose. That's where your star codes are at. And the junk DNA is where your star codes is at, and where the DNA will begin to it's beginning to reactivate, and you're becoming more spiritual beings. So when we talk about the DNA, what is the DNA? It's information. You're just made up of a pool of information. Your DNA can stretch from here all the way to the sun and back. That's how much information is better in your DNA. So we're saying that the junk DNA is being reactivated, and what's happening is you will be slowly but surely over the years open to a vast knowledge of information. Mm-hmm. Okay?
And also remember, one thing they say, one thing that is, common knowledge, in the scientific community, they say if you want to restructure somebody's DNA, the best way to do that is to give them a virus, and it'll alter their DNA.
Okay.
So, Nikki Nakaya says, I understand why they spray chemtrails during the day, but why are they spraying it at night?
Try to make the weather cold, so when you wake up it'll be ice cold. And they don't understand that we're in the 25,900 year procession. The Earth has to tilt, so that it has to get hotter on the Earth. There's nothing they could do about it, but you're trying to stop it. And when that happens, the Earth tilts, and then the sun becomes or appears to be closer, and it makes it hotter. So it's naturally warming up. Okay. Barbara Cordell says something very interesting. Are we spiritually in a real-time period that is calling for the descendants of the enslaved African on U.S. soil that has risen from the historical ashes to lead a new evolution of humanity in existence? Are they being spiritually called to erect a new evolved divine civilization on Mother Earth in the real time? That's a good question. What you see?
I ain't even understand that question.
Let's read it again.
Let me see. You moved it.
Are we spiritually in real time period that is calling for the descendants of the enslaved Africans on U.S. soil that has risen from the historical ashes to lead a new evolution of humanity?
Yeah, I kind of believe that. I
Yeah.
believe that.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Barbara Cordell, I'm going to say this. I believe it 150%. Our ancestors was on this land. Even before the enslaved African ancestors, they were already walking this land. So what we got to realize is that before the continental drift, remember, we walked everywhere. We walked everywhere. There were Africans on this, people of color, or Nubians on this land before slave came about. So I feel like that, yes, especially in Georgia, a lot of us are being led back to Atlanta for a reason, because I feel, or I'm not even going to say feel, I've seen that Atlantis was under the city of Atlanta, because you remember, it's kind of hidden. There's water near Atlanta, but it's 4 hours away. So what's the best place to hide a sunken city that is still alive to this day and occupied? It's to hide it under a place where you can't get easy access to it, okay? Now, every mega monolith across the world has a connection underground through water. From the pyramids of Giza, from the Sphinx, to the buildings in Peru and all over China, everywhere. Underground, there's a connection. But Atlanta is where the ancient ones must rise. A couple years ago, we went out to a place called Cascade where there's springs, and we walked upon the rocks, and water was coming down. We do a lot of initiations there. And we raised up the energy of the ancient ancestors. Ramesses. King Tut, as y'all know him. Ampu. Sekamet. We raised up all that energy. Okay? So, they have been called to erect and come back and rule again. If everybody was paying attention when they were having that parade in Egypt, in Cairo, saying that they were moving the sarcophagus to the new museum, you got to look at the subliminal messages. They had a parade. They were celebrating everything. They were celebrating the return of the ancient ones. You're thinking it's the dead bodies of these pharaohs and kings, and they talked about Hatshepsut and Ramesses and all these great kings coming back, but they wouldn't tell you that they was coming from the cosmos. The Sphinx, very powerful monument. The Sphinx, I remember somebody told me years ago, he said, you look like the Sphinx, and y'all know the Sphinx is a black woman, black African woman, right? The original name being Hara Market. But the Sphinx is the overseer of the earth. So what's happening now is that we are being called back to take over, and especially in this place called Atlanta. to start ruling again. Okay. All right. Flex says, do you see the new COVID-19 red pill backfiring and resulted in DNA activating people's powers frequently?
I don't want to teach the COVID you could take for the pill you could take for
I
the
didn't even
COVID.
hear about that.
Yeah, they got a pill you could take for COVID now.
Really? They got a pill you can take for COVID. You seen it?
Nah, they keep talking about it.
What you see?
I don't know. I ain't even think about it because I wasn't even interested in the
But
COVID. But I just feel like this is something in it because they can put nanoparticles in you. If they could put it in your food, of course they could put it in your medicine.
But think about it. Look at the subliminal word red pill.
Mm-hmm.
See, we're not paying attention to the words. You know, we getting so caught up in everything else.
What pill made Neo go back to sleep? Was it the red pill or the blue pill? Because I can't remember the movie. But that would be interesting if the red pill what made you go back to sleep.
Kemi, is it for your ears? Is it for your ears? I got the food grade peroxide.
So Atmosphere said, what type of spirits could be on a person who always disagrees with everyone?
Damn demons, about 6 of them.
You know, sometimes too people can also if we've had people come to us that have gotten readings or offended somebody, and these people that they're practicing, the other person doesn't know it, and they'll send a spirit to them. They'll put a spirit on a person that just make them disagree with everybody and argue with everybody.
No, you can't use that one for your tooth. It's too strong. You could use the Listerine. We got that. What you smelling about? All right, so the blue. I seen you in the camera just now.
You didn't see me in the camera smiling.
I just seen you.
Well, that's a delay. So
that's a delay. Okay, y'all remember that thing we was watching yesterday, right?
Which one?
Well,
with the guy.
Yeah. All right, so the blue pill is the one that makes you go back to sleep. The red pill was the one that makes you wake up. So now what they're saying is they give it a pill for the COVID that you can take for COVID. That's a red pill. We got to Google that. Let's Google Let me see real quick.
Felicia and Jarvis, she says, I love the post you did about Marie Laveau. Most of the artist deceptions of her a light-skinned or biracial woman. I'm curious because your picture post, she seems dark in color. The reason for that, like the only reason I look for that picture is because a lot of the pictures that they show of her, of the one that y'all see, is of her daughter, right? It's not of the original Marie Laveau. I don't know if she was. They say she was biracial. When WUNAM was reading it, I kept picking up she wasn't biracial. But so I asked her to read it, and she said she looked like she was dark skinned. She was a dark skinned woman, and she dealt with Haitian voodoo. And so a lot of the stuff that they always say is she dealt with hoodoo and New Orleans voodoo, but I think she did a mixture of hoodoo and Haitian voodoo. She mixed those two together. And so when I started looking for an actual picture of her, I kept coming across that one. You know, an actual photo of her. I started looking for an actual photo of her. That's what I found. But the one that they usually show, they like to say that she was biracial because they want it to seem like, you know, they don't want to be left out the equation. So, you know, like when she died, they stole a lot of her stuff. They went and a lot of the Europeans went in and stole her shrine. They broke out pieces of her shrine and spread it amongst themselves. They stole a lot of stuff from her family or her people. A lot of that, and some of that stuff was sold off too because they just wanted it. They wanted to have some of her power and tap into that energy.
Always stealing shit. All right. Barbara says, if I may, please go to the Etowah Mounds next time in Cartersville, Georgia, on the Trail of Tears in Cherokee Nation. I have an interesting perspective on the Atlanta area and especially the water bodies you speak of. You are most appreciated. Gratitude. Okay, we'll definitely check that out, Barbara. I heard about those mounds too. Yeah, I heard about those mounds. I said I wanted to go. Probably springtime. We'll probably go and we'll go to those mounds because I feel like and it's funny because I see, y'all know we see spiritually, right? I see a lot of Indian, okay, in American Indian ancestors in some of these grounds. Like last night we were at one of them food spots over there, and there was nothing but woods, and the spirit kept showing me different spirits walking around. So I seen one. I told him, I said, look at that, look like in them bushes over there. But he brought out a good point. Some of the bushes here in Atlanta look like it was Amazon.
Oh yeah.
Right, looked like it was the Amazon. So I'm looking in these bushes, and all I'm seeing is without the surrounding area of everything being knocked down, I'm seeing the actual age and the time and going back, and I'm seeing these beings walking through the bushes, and I'm like, interesting, because I see a lot like that. We were at a house one time, and we were I was visiting, and I was standing outside, and I was looking at the bushes over there, and I kept seeing Indians walking through there. I kept seeing like people that was in slavery back then. I kept seeing them running through the bushes. So I asked the owner, he was black, he had been there like 40 years. I said, who used to be on this land right here? And he told me that used to be an Indian territory when it was owned by, some Indians. I said, because I see them in the bushes, but I'm seeing that there was some plantations by here. This is what I'm seeing spiritually, y'all, while I'm standing outside. At that time, I was smoking, so I was out there smoking my butt off, right? So I'm like, I'm seeing all kind of shit. I'm like, I'm seeing this spirit and that spirit. I'm seeing them run through the woods. I'm like, shit, what the hell was going on over here, So he told me, he confirmed that my visions were right, that there used to be a path that they used to run through. There's a lot of energy out here in Atlanta. A lot of people are being drawn back because the ancient ones, which is, I say we are the ancient ones, have to rise up to bring the righteousness back to this land.
Yeah. Mario says, hold on. Let me go back to Mario's first question because he put it up.
Flex justify. You think Marie Laveau look more like Cicely Tyson? I love Cicely Tyson. One of the reasons I love Cicely Tyson because she was a great actor, but also because she looked like my godmother, and I love my godmother because my godmother made me the woman that I am to this day. Right? She in transit. She's an ancestor now, but she remind me of her a lot. But I always love Cicely Tyson. But I don't. What I see Marie Laveau look like, I don't. Well, she might have, but spiritually, I don't think they have real pictures of her. I can only tell you what I see spiritually, and I've actually summoned her spirit. And it's funny we're talking about it, and this is going on.
Yeah, because she did a show on her. She
right,
summons a spirit.
I summoned her spirit, and she came and spoke through me. But I do see that she was a darker skinned woman. I don't see that she was no Creole. And we have to remember, when I did see she actually dealt with Haitian voodoo, but you got to remember hoodoo is a derivative of Haitian voodoo. It got watered down as they came down because remember voodoo started in Haiti, and it actually originally began in Benin. So when they took the slaves from Haiti, from Benin, they took them to Haiti. They practiced the voodoo, and then when they started during the French Revolution, started branching out to Louisiana. Because if y'all notice, there's a direct connection. There was a earthquake in Louisiana, a flood, and then there was an earthquake in Haiti. So it was an attack on the spiritual practices of our brothers and sisters in Haiti and in Louisiana. But they forgot about Africa because they ain't going to go over there and try to do nothing over there. Okay? All right, Lanisha, you have questions over there?
In Africa, they're going to get black people to do the stuff over there because you know how they go. Mara Scorpio Persia says, I know spiritual bath cleanses negative influence off of you and at home, but what are the other reasons and why it's important to take a bath? I guess that's what he's asking. They also move blocks out of your path, so you want, if you haven't, sometimes you just want to take a spiritual bath, also to keep good energy and to keep blocks out of your path. That's why we recommend people do it at least once a week. But if you do spiritual work like we do, we do it all. We do it all the time. We do it almost every day.
Every day. You have different type of spiritual baths. Like we got a client that ordered spiritual bath. She's been having some obstacles and blocks, so we get her a spiritual bath that removes that. Okay, soaps. You have people that need spiritual protection. They take a bath with that. So there's different types. But there's many different type of spiritual baths you could take. It's good to keep yourself cleansed, especially of negative energy. If you're out and about, family, we live in such a negative world. Y'all know, go out, look on TV, it's negative. I had to turn off the news tonight. It's nothing but negative news. I don't want to see that shit. I don't like to watch it, you know what I mean? So we're surrounded by people, not all, but some people, when you're out and about, you don't know. And let me tell you something, especially if you're empathic. I went to Walmart the other day, y'all. Let me tell y'all something. I had to hurry up and get out of Walmart. I had to hurry up and get it. There was so many people. And I'm picking up on all type of energy. I'm like, just ridiculous. Take you an hour to get through the line because people still Christmas doing what the hell they do. So I had to get out because I was picking up the energy. I was looking for my daughter. I'm picking up the energy. I'm like, this is ridiculous.
It's a chaotic energy.
Right, very chaotic energy, and you don't know who got demons on him. I can tell because if I look in your eyes, I can tell. But I had to come clean. Like, let me get all that energy off of me. I'm out and about. And then not to mention the disease that the variants go, whatever they call, going around. All that shit going on, you should clean. Cleanse yourself.
Atmosphere say, do we teach hoodoo classes? No, we don't teach hoodoo classes.
We teach spiritual classes.
We teach spiritual classes.
I mean, you know.
We even do spiritual counseling.
We do spiritual training. We teach you how to do rituals. We teach you how to deal with high level, low level magic. I mean, hoodoo is just a watered down version of voodoo. Voodoo is a watered down version of African spirituality. I mean, it is what it is. Voodoo is one of the most powerful things, but when you go to Africa, you ain't see nothing. You'll see some shit you never thought you would see in your life that you only see on movies, and I ain't exaggerating.
Yeah.
However, we teach you. We do initiation training where we teach you how to do rituals using the elements. How to manipulate the forces of nature, how to use the cardinal points of the earth. We teach you stuff like that.
In Africa, they'll put a they'll show they'll put the spirit out there and let the spirit run around and dance, and they'll show you they'll open up the thing, the cost. I forgot what it's called, but they open it up and let you see it's not nobody in there. They'll show you. It'll be running around. I used to always see those things running around, and I'm thinking somebody's in them. And then I was like, how do they spin like that without getting dizzy? I was watching it one day with my wife, and she was like, it's nobody in there. That's why. And so the guy opened it up, and there was nobody in there. And it was shaking it. Then it'll start running around. I was like, I used to wonder, like, how do they spin and run straight and like that? And then I was like, wow, there was spirits in there.
That's what I'm saying, y'all. Don't sleep on Africa, because there's some stuff in Africa you think you only seen on superhero movies that you'll see in Africa, okay? Flex, okay, Lanisha says, I meant to tell y'all, I saw some stolen African relics at an art museum, and they gave me a download, told me they were used during war and not to take pictures but to study them, and that all the people who touched them after they were taken were cursed. Wow. Interesting. You should have been like Black Panther and said, give me them goddamn African relics back. They belong to my people. That's what you should have said. All right. Flex says, why are more descendants of enslaved Africans buying vacant towns in the South, especially Georgia? You know, I seen not too long ago they was selling towns for sale. And it's crazy because I told you the energy, let's put it this way, y'all. We had to come back to Georgia. Georgia was connected to Africa. Mm-hmm. And when I first came to Georgia, I kept seeing trees. I kept seeing everything that was like Africa. I kept saying this land was connected to Africa. Sure enough, on PBS, they had a show. They had a show and they showed you how it was like a direct puzzle where Georgia was connected to Africa. So we're being called back here. Many of us from all over. Okay? There's a lot of us that are ancient beings that have been here before and before and before and before. So we have to come back to raise up the energy, and it has to be done in Georgia. But I'm going to answer your question because I did the research on a little town, I think it was Griffin, and a lot of these small towns were taken from Black people. They were burned. The towns were burned. They took them from the people. So the ancestors are calling them back to bring up the energy back and bring them back to life. And that's what I seen with that.
Peso says, will healing babs heal anything?
Pesos, you don't believe that they will? Because a lot of these baths are made up of very powerful herbs and plants and herbs. And let me tell y'all something. Another thing, do not sleep on the plants and herbs because you can talk to them. They'll talk to you. I told you, we talk to trees. I talk to plants. I talk to leaves. You're damn right. And they'll give you information. So we sleep on it. So a lot of these baths are made. All right, I'll give you an example. If you don't believe, what he say, healing baths?
Yeah, healing baths.
Yeah. Because there's some stuff we can put in the bath that can make you hallucinate.
Yeah.
And you wash it on your body. You don't even have to ingest it. This is how powerful our nature is and why we need to respect her. Okay? But Peso said, yes, there is baths that can heal you. I can take a wooden doll and I can heal you.
Tiger Divine, peace and blessings. Long time no see. Hold on. Felicia and Jar says, are the pyramids in Egypt and the Indian mounds have a spiritual correlation? Do they have a spiritual correlation? The pyramids in Egypt and the Indian mounds, do they have a spiritual correlation?
I believe so. I believe every mound that we see, no matter from here to Egypt, I believe a mound is a form of a pyramid. I believe there's a connection underground to these different mounds. Right.
She says, I was just informed that the Igbo built pyramids before the Egyptians. The Igbo say they did everything before before the Yoruba, before Egypt. I don't know. It could be some truth to that. I don't know. So I don't know.
You know what, y'all? When you don't know what to believe because everybody's truth is their truth.
Yeah.
Go with them. Ask Spirit to show you. And go sit on the earth. Find a place where you could go and just sit in the middle of a whole bunch of trees. And all the answers that you want to know, you're going to get a download from the trees. So if you want to know if Igbo built pyramids first, ask the earth. The earth will tell you. Ask the trees. They'll tell you. Mm-hmm. Don't read a book and don't go by what nobody say. Go and get grounded with earth and get the answers that you seek.
Oh, shit. If y'all deal with y'all spirits, talk to your spirits. They'll tell you.
That's what I'm saying. But they have to do it in nature.
Mothership.
Did you guys see the video of a woman climbing up the Aztec pyramid like a snake?
Mm-mm.
No, send me that video. I want to see that. Is it new or old? And if she was, she probably had a serpent being inside of her. Let me see.
But I do feel like it's a correlation between it's a connection between the Egyptians and everything in West Africa. There's a connection with that culture because it's a lot of things that are connected to those tribes that are tied to Egypt. So it could be a connection. I don't know.
It could be, but go within and ask the question. My goodness, I got too many damn tabs open. All right, so you said the woman was climbing up the pyramid like a serpent.
Tiger Divine say, yeah, I've been working. You been working, man? Been getting your grind on, getting your shine on? Let me see what. Oh, I missed that one. Let me see.
Let me see.
He say Tiger Divine say he been predicting what would happen in the same day lately.
Introducing Venture X.
Really?
Earn 10x miles.
All right, Tiger Divine. That means Spirit working with you. All right, I pulled up the video. We're gonna see if we can see it.
Everybody getting their uploads and their downloads from Spirit.
Y'all should try these. These are really good. Raw sunflower seeds. I bet you this woman got a serpent spirit in her. Oops. Can I open this?
What's your? What is that? A cat?
I don't know. Can y'all see?
Let me see that. Oh, that's a person.
No, she looks like she's crawling on all four legs.
She
Can
crawling
y'all
on
see?
all four legs. Put over.
Can y'all see?
False stories were circulating online saying that this woman had climbed up this mine pyramid to spread her husband's ashes.
She climbed up the pyramid to spread her husband's ashes.
Especially moving like this.
Y'all see?
What's
I don't know, y'all.
Some of the people at the site were laughing and clapping semi-enthusiastically
But she's climbing like a
react, while others were clearly offended by it.
Oh, they wasn't too happy about that, y'all.
oh well.
Hmm.
You know.
Is that the video? That's the same one? Because she was climbing on all fours. What?
She was climbing up like a dog or a cat, maybe.
Mm-hmm. All right, find it, Lanisha, and put it in my inbox for me.
I don't know. I was looking at I was just thinking about it. Like it seemed like we when we do spiritual shows, when I see black people do spiritual shows on TV and other places,
You can read that one.
I always see
What?
it's like a little demeaning with us. Like
What?
when we do shows about spiritual stuff. Like remember they had Ghost in the Hood. It was kind of like it was like a lot of buffoonery.
Yeah.
And then the other night, the same guys came back. They got a more serious show, right? And they're going over these things. They crack jokes to make it more interesting. I don't have a problem with that. The problem I have is the subliminal messages that the producers are putting, because they got all of this. They got all these things. They're talking about ghost spirits, and then they keep showing the monkey on the dresser, and then reflected back to the guy talking. And I'm just like, I don't know. I always feel like a lot of stuff is subliminal, man.
Yeah, well,
I
that's
don't know.
what they get, because you should have it on with shit like that. When they do shit like that and send subliminal message like that and want to make you look bad, get your own goddamn show. We do sell sage. It should be on the site. We do sell sage. How many asks on your site?
Oh, I was going to read this. Baba Cardell says, I can encourage you two powerful people to go to Igbo Landing, or I guess Igbo Landing in Brunswick, Georgia, and to God's Healing Springs, the Angel Oak Tree, Sullivan Island in Charleston, South Carolina, and continuous to what? Sojourn. There's more coming through to share with you when you want are more open to. Okay.
So that's interesting.
We might take them trips.
We was in Charleston not too long ago in August. My best friend died, and we was in Charleston. And you said to the God's Healing Spring. I think that's where Rose got the water from. Remember?
Oh yeah.
She got some. She transitioned now. She's an ancestor now, but she went there and she was able to get some of the water at the God's Healing Springs. Now I haven't heard of the Angel Oak Tree, and Sullivan's Island and the Charleston area continuous day sojourn. Yeah, these are some good places we need to go. I didn't hear about the Igbo Landing in Brunswick, Georgia. I didn't even know about that. I'm going to look this stuff up because it's interesting, because we like to do stuff like that. So, yeah, we'll definitely check that out, Barbara Cordell.
Denzel Smile.
What happened?
Oh, Denzel's mine. It says, greetings. Do you have sage in your online shop that comes from Africa? No, we don't sell African sage.
Well, let me tell y'all why. We don't sell African sage because they stopped importing African sage. We used to years ago, because African sage is very powerful and very good, but we can't get it no more. They're not importing carry shells anymore.
It's a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff they're not letting come through no more. So we can't get it. So that's why we don't have any African sage. Regular sage, yeah, but African sage, no. A lot of stuff they're stopping from coming through.
Tiger Divine says, yeah, I've been seeing all the triple numbers about every day now. 111, 222, 333, 444, 555. It's been wild. I'm thinking about getting a reading because something is going on with me. But we told you a while back that you was going to go through you was getting ready to go through another spiritual transformation too.
Tiger Divine.
Yeah. Say 222 is always showing up for him.
222 is the body and the mind. The body and the mind is getting ready to merge with the soul. Everything's going to be merging together.
He said he just finished watching the movie Lucy, and he looked at his phone and saw that we was on live. See, some of y'all getting the notifications. Everybody say they don't get them. When y'all sign up, y'all got to make sure that y'all hit the bell and then hit all notifications so y'all can get the notifications.
Any other questions, family?
Any more questions, family? Y'all got more questions on YouTube?
All right.
Put
If
your
you have a
question in the
question about
chat.
your personal self, we'll do about 30 minutes worth of readings. We like to give back to the community, so if you want a reading, ask a question. We'll do about 30 minutes worth of reading. You get to ask one question. Right, y'all got this one here. After this, I'm going to bed.
Put your questions in the chat, family.
Put your questions in the chat if you want a reading. We're going to give y'all free readings. Ken Abrams says, is it possible to have a childhood home as a portal in dreams? Because I can dream different scenarios, but they're always at my grandmother's house. Yeah, that's very possible, Ken. But also, too, what Spirit is showing me, like in your subconscious mind, was you close with your grandma? Was you close? It's like it's embedded in your. You know how I say the subconscious mind is the video recorder. The eyes, no, the eyes of the video recorder. Subconscious mind is the screen, and it stays on the screen. So I kept seeing like it's stuck in the back of your subconscious. That's a life that you enjoyed. I don't know. That's a life that you really, really enjoyed.
Okay, we got some. I don't.
Yeah.
Pretty crystal clear. I don't understand what the question is. It says Sag, Sun, Cap, Moon, 2022. I don't understand. Is that I don't know. What's the question? Oh, they took theirs away.
What?
They asked questions, but he took his away.
Milicia says, what do my ancestors want to know?
Want me to know.
Want you to know. One of your ancestors is a man. I don't know if it's a grandfather. What? One of your ancestors wants some food. Militia. That's what I'm seeing first. And it's preferably look like some cornbread. Which one of your ancestors like cornbread? You need to give him some food. Okay? Your ancestors do want you to change your mindset this year. They want you to go into this new year with a better mindset. How often do you talk to your ancestors too? I don't know if you have an altar set up for them, but you need to set up an altar for your ancestors. Okay?
And if you do, you need to talk to them more.
Right.
Denzel's mind says, I have accepted a new job offer. How will that pan out for me? Okay, I'll be feed. She says, okay, I'll be feeding them tomorrow.
Okay. I keep seeing like a brown man. He got gray hair, short afro. And he's kind of funny. He's kind of funny. He wants some cornbread. All right. Yeah, Ken. Oh, I was Yeah, your grandmother, you need to do a nice offering for her too, okay? All right, so go over here. Somebody got questions?
Yeah, that's what Denzel's mind. Denzel's mine, I guess. I accepted a new job offer. Will it
How it
pan out
pan
for
out?
me?
This new job offer you accepted. What are you doing? What kind of job is it? I just keep seeing a lot of computers around. I don't know. I don't know. Denzel is not yours. Denzel is his wife's. I'm just messing with you. But I don't know. In the beginning, you're gonna don't say I didn't tell you, so you're gonna like it. But in about 3 weeks, you ain't gonna like it. It's gonna be a little bit overwhelming. Okay, that's what I see. Lanisha, there's an older woman that's around you. Older woman that I'm seeing that's around you that wants you to work with her. I don't know if it's a grandmother or great grandmother. Coming from your mother's side. And she wants you to work with her. Look like she was very spiritual too. From your mother's side. Okay, any questions over there?
Yeah, pesos, will I be prosperous this year? Peso, will you be prosperous this year? Ancestors say it's up to you. The effort, the type of effort you're gonna put forward. That's up to you.
Okay.
You wanna add to that now?
Peso, just be positive. Don't go into this New Year's thinking about nothing negative. Don't go into the New Year's talking about you broke. Don't go into the New Year's talking about you hungry and you all kind. I'm just giving examples now. Go into the New Year with positive talk and positive thinking.
Okay.
Your blessings are coming.
We're going back and forth. We're reading from YouTube and Facebook.
What message do my ancestors have for me this upcoming year? Flex. Flex, I don't know if you thought about moving, but I don't know. Your ancestors want you to get out of an area that you're in. You need to get away from some people too. Okay, you need to get away from some people. Your ancestors are wanting you to remove yourself from some energy that's around you. You know what it is. Okay? Jaleesa, I've been feeling overwhelmed lately and I don't know why. Jaleesa, you know what it is? It's the energy. It's the energy that we're in, and I feel like it's affecting many of us because it's sort of like you get a little anxiety, right? You start getting antsy, you overwhelmed. You know, you got to relax. Take some time out to kind of do an hour to yourself of meditation, listening to music. Just shut everybody down, put your headphones on, lay down, do what you do, but get away from everybody for an hour. Give yourself time because you will get overwhelmed, sort of a little bit anxiety. You know what I mean?
See, a lot of people are getting these messages and stuff in their dreams now. A lot of people have been telling us they've been having these crazy dreams.
Yeah.
Tiger Divine says, I had a dream. I saw dead people on the floor and I was dancing with an ancestor in the dream. And she said, I'm still here. And I freaked out and got chills up my spine. I woke up.
Wow. Okay, so Erica, which one you want me to answer? The past life, or you want to know about the altar thing? Which one? Now I'm gonna tell you like this: in the altar in your bedroom, only thing is disrespectful to keep your altars in your bedroom. Okay. You don't want your ancestors. You know, I mean, if you have no choice, you know, you can put an ancestral one in there, but I wouldn't put any altar that I do spiritual work on in the bedroom. Because them spirits are going to mess with you, okay?
Yeah, you got to remember, altar is a portal.
Right.
So, I'll just leave it at that.
Any question?
Atmosphere says, I need a reading on my relationship with my daughter. That's a atmosphere that you could book a reading if that's a personal reading, but you could book a reading at WUNAM and ADINKRA.com. I put it in the chat.
Lanisha Owens, you was there when your great-grandmother passed, so that's your great-grandmother, right? That's from your mother's side, because what Spirit showed me is from your mother's side, you need to start working with her. She was very spiritual, okay? And sorry to hear about her daughter, which was your aunt, but she's an ancestor now. Remember, family, she's an ancestor now. So physical body's gone, but the spirit is still there, okay? And Flex says 100, 100, 100. What message do, okay. She says, Flex says 100, 100, okay. Just wow, that was a huge confirmation. Thank you. Okay, Delisa said I did that last night. I put my phone on silence and listened to music. Exactly.
Tiger Divine, what ancestor was that?
Queen, Mother, I see a man walking with you. I don't know if it's your grandfather. I see a man walking with you, and it looks like it may be a grandfather. Okay? Erica Neal, was you a woman in the past? Erica, did I see that you had many past lives? One of your past lives, you was a woman. You was white, though. You wasn't black. Lanisha, we're doing a divination class. We started a divination class last Sunday. It's 4 weeks long. And teaching people how to read with the bones and the shells and the stones. Ancient form of divination, cosmological, cardinal points, and the astrological signs.
I'm sorry, pretty crystal clear. We don't do astrological readings, so I didn't know what you were talking about.
What did she say?
She had asked something about Sag. I don't know. Moon cap, whatever. I don't know.
Sagittarius, go back. Sagittarius, what did she ask?
I don't know. Let me go. Let me see. Right there.
Okay, her sign is Sagittarius, her sun is Capricorn, and the moon is 2022.
Okay, shit. I don't know nothing about astrology.
Well, they're really hot out here tonight.
Everybody trying to get that Christmas money. No, I'm just playing. They probably drinking and driving and shit.
Shit, it's really hot out here tonight. You ain't never lying about that prediction you made. I had a dream that I saw a dead ancestor. Go back up. Go back up. I had a dream that I saw dead people on the floor, and I was dancing with an ancestor in the dream, and she said I'm still here, and it freaked me out, and I got chills up my spine, and I woke up.
I didn't even work
Yeah,
with ancestors.
yeah, you probably need to start working with your ancestors, Tiger Divine. Now, the question that what's her name? Pretty crystal clear. What is your question? We don't do astrological reading, but we can if we pull out the board because it's astrological. But what is your question? What you want to know about you? What's going to happen this year?
The virtuous one on my answer.
JJ97, yes, your ancestors do hear you speaking. They do hear you speaking. Erica Neal said, white, oh my. White, oh my. It is what it is.
The soul is eternal.
Erica, we got lineage that traces back. Some are white, some are black. Africans in America, I like to say, are so mixed up. That's why they sleep on our power. We have mixed of different tribes. That's why when I do the divination readings, and I'll look at you and I'll say, well, your mother's side comes from the Igbo tribe based off the lineage that they show me. And then I say your father's side comes from the Zulu tribe. Africans in America are really, really mixed up. And then you got to remember, during the slavery times, you had the French. Like, okay, so my country of Cape Verde, Africa, right? The Portuguese used to rule that. So there's 10 islands. It's in West Africa. There's 10 islands. And you have some that's mixed with the Portuguese. The French was over there. The Indians were over there. So we have a mix of all different stuff inside of our blood. Now, we just won our independence in 1975. So you got the mix of the African, the French, the Portuguese in that bloodline. The women were taking, and this is what Spirit showed me, were taken from Angola. Like my great-great-grandmother was taken from Angola and brought to the island of Cape Verde. And, that was going on a lot back then in the 17 and the 1800s. So we're pretty much mixed up, but it's the same as Africans in America. You have a very strong bloodline of different mixtures that, resonate with us. So yeah, this probably you probably was a white woman at one time. It could be like I would have to do a more in-depth reading for you for the past life, Erica. But I can tell you more if we do an in-depth reading. Okay. I need to get one of those readings. I will let you know. Okay. Okay. Let me know. Flex Justify says, "Is my cousin Nikki trying to lure me out due to an sinister motive from her boyfriend?" Is she trying? What you mean, trying to put you out her house or get you out her house? Flex, I would have to read it more in depth. See, and when I do my divination readings, when I read, period, I always get pictures. I get pictures. Excuse me, y'all. My mouth is dry. I get pictures. Is she trying to set you up and get robbed? Spirit just gave me a big no. No, she said, no. She loves you. She don't want nothing to happen to you, but she got some funny ways. But I don't see that she's setting you up to be robbed. I don't see that. No. I don't profess to be 150% right, but spiritually, as soon as you ask me that, they show me a big no in my first eye. Remember, this is your first eye, not your third. First eye. They show me a big no. What? What's the question?
NICKY wants you to tap in.
What's she saying?
I want to pick up my great-grandmother B. Are there any of her available? Where can they be? Where can they be found? Can I get it?
Is that your mother's mother? You can't find out from your mother, Nakia? Yeah, I want to picture my great grandmother be. Sometimes back then, some of them didn't take pictures like that. But if that's your great grandmother, they should have pictures of it. I got pictures of my great grandparents. I got pictures of my great great grandparents. But some of them didn't take pictures back then.
Oh, somebody else asked.
You're welcome, Flex. Go ahead.
Let me see. Somebody else asked a question about the ancestors. Oh, Virtuous One, are my ancestors upset with me?
Virtuous One, your ancestors don't get mad at you. Even if you was to curse them to this day, they won't get mad at you because they know that you live in a world that's unperfect. Or imperfect. I'm sorry. Unperfect. Imperfect. So, your grandma, they wouldn't be mad at you because they know. The ancestral world, they're perfect beings because they're spiritual now. But in this world, you come in this world, you live in a world that is the balance of good and evil. So they know what can happen. You know, everybody got a little bit of evil in them. I don't care what you say. Everybody got a little evil in them. As righteous as I talk and like to be and, do, that evil side can come out. But I think that only comes out when the evil people come and piss me off. Like if you're unrighteous and you're doing evil shit, it makes me angry. And that's when my evil side comes out because it's like you're evil, so I don't like evil. I really will buck against evil.
But a lot of times what happens too, because we are the way we are, a lot of times we don't have to do anything. A lot of times our energy will make the demon in a person can see our energy and they'll just start fucking with us for no reason. Like, excuse my language, but they'll just start trying to nitpick or trying to push our buttons for no reason. We don't even know them.
Well, that's because we're the spiritual warfare, and because we know these beings are and they're just not demons. They're other beings now coming from different planets. Now, because they know that, they're going to try to mess with you. There's tests going on right now. If you're spiritual, as you know, some of us are highly spiritual. They're gonna come test you. They're gonna use people, places, and things. So there's a big spiritual warfare going on right now, and you're being tested.
L Dog says we need to manifest whatever we need. Don't look at it as like you don't have. Don't say need. Just look at it as like you already got it, so it'll manifest quicker. L Dog says, could the ancestors be also living inside us? Yes.
Well, we always say that your ancestor is you and you are your ancestor. Like right now, I am my mother and my grandmother. And I mean, I look like both. And then my tone, even the tone of voice, like everybody that hears me over the phone say, you sound just like your grandmother. You sound just like your grandmother. And then I'll get the ones that say, you sound just like your mother. That tells you right there. I mean, we share the DNA. So, yeah, I am my mother. My mother's me. I am my grandmother. My grandmother's me. So, yes.
And sometimes your ancestors will try to get your attention, and they'll use the other person's voice. Like they may use your child's voice. They may say something, and they'll say a quote that your parents that passed on used to say, or your aunt or uncle, and you might look at them. You know, just like the other day we was talking to a couple of weeks ago, we was talking to somebody in Africa, and he said, "Don't worry, money comes." And, and she was like, my dad sent him that had made him say that because she was like, that's what he always used to say.
My dad, my father, he always used to say.
He said it out the blue too.
Oh, don't worry, money. He said money comes, and he was never lying because money would come. So when I say our son over in Africa said it, he said, "Don't worry." I said that was daddy. Daddy was using him to come through and say that. Yeah.
And this is what I want y'all. The reason why I put that Marie Laveau post up that we was talking about earlier, because my wife, you know, we said about, I don't know how long it was, a year or two ago, maybe longer than that. But the ancestors in America, the land, those spirits and guides say we need to come start raising them back up, calling on them again. So that's why I put that post in there. You know, to call on the ancestors that were here prior to that, and the other deities that are here in America.
Okay. I'm trying not to talk because I'm eating my mouth is dry, y'all. What is it?
Tiger Divine said it was like a grand aunt or something on my father's side, the family side. She stayed down the street from me in 2004. She would always tell me to come see her. Hold on.
She Robin said what?
Where that's at?
Go back up. The laws they are passing in January forcing vaccinations and get unvaccinated people arrested will be all forced to get a shot next year.
That may be in certain cities, but I just don't see it flying down south. Cause a lot of the southern states, they ain't with it. They ain't like
Texas,
Georgia, even Georgia. I don't even think Georgia's with that. I think the governor here is like really totally against making somebody do something that they don't want to do. You know, cause a lot comes with that. You know what I'm saying? As far as people bringing more people together and fighting, they don't want none of that.
Yeah, they're taking them.
They doing stuff like that in California and New York.
Human rights, yeah. Making it hard to fly, all of that. You gotta have your vaccinations, all of that. See, another police siren. Boy, what's Militia saying?
Where you see?
If y'all are trying to put questions in Facebook, redo it because y'all know how it does it, and then I'll be seeing questions after the fact. Let me go back up. Hold on. My goodness, the police are off the chain tonight. All right. What's Militia saying?
Who? Where you see that? Oh, right.
You're welcome, Militia.
Oh, up here. Okay. Oh, yeah. I see.
My mother only seen her one time, and no one has a pic, but she died in 1976. I was fond of her obituary. I found her obituary online, but I want her pic to put on my altar. Nikki Nakia, what you could do? Call down her spirit. Let me tell you how powerful you all are and don't know it. Call down her spirit and ask her to bring you a picture of her. Let there be a picture found of my great-grandmother. And if there's one, she'll bring it to you. Don't say I didn't tell you so. Lanisha, that's the same thing we said. 22 is going to be a better year than the last couple of years. So get ready. So in the beginning, January, February, you're still going to see a little negative energy, but the middle of February is about to pop off.
Atmosphere says, what spirit or ancestors are strongest with me?
Atmosphere, I see a little old lady with you. I see a little old lady. I don't know, and it looks like it's from your father's side. She's an old lady. She got gray hair, long gray hair. I don't know if she's a great-great-grandmother. Older woman. She's very old. Well, she's about 80 or 90 years old. Okay. L-Dog, follow money. Money runs from you. Follow knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Money runs to you. Runs to you. L-Dog, what you talking about?
He say, follow money,
Uh-huh.
and money will run from you. Follow knowledge and wisdom and understanding, money will follow and run to you.
You know, pretty much, if we didn't need the money to pay bills, because if you don't pay your light bill, get turned off, right? If you don't pay your gas bill now, a lot of people are moving off the grid. People like, hell with this. I'm not making y'all rich. But I'm going to tell y'all like this. We're going to see, starting next year, a lot of stuff is going to be changing. These people are being judged. They're being judged. And if they don't get it right, they're going to be stripped of everything they got. So this year coming is going to be a very big year of judgment. Your heart is going to be weighed with the feather.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not doing what's righteous by humanity as they're going through the transformation, be prepared to be, I ain't even going to say what's going to happen. I'm going to let y'all see for yourselves. I'm going to let y'all, because right now, a lot of people being judged behind the scenes, but it's going to start being public. So if you're taking advantage of the people, there should be no human being on this planet without food. There should be no human being on this planet without a roof over their head. There should be no child in the streets or homeless with their families. So if they do not do right, you got people walking around with billions and billions of dollars. They think it's all good. You on yachts, you traveling, and you got hungry people in the same country that you live in. Homeless and hungry people. And you're not sharing none of that wealth is going to leave you, or you're going to leave the wealth, meaning you're going to be taking off this earth. Because when you die, you can't take it with you. So a lot of these people that have billions and millions of dollars that are bragging, walking around thinking they bad, enjoying the luxuries of life, while people in their same country is hungry and homeless and jobless and not able to enjoy that same life, those people are starting to get, watch, don't say I didn't tell you, they're going to start withering away. There's no way in the world. They say there's enough money in this world. I think it was Bill Gates, or one of them have enough money to give every person in America $1 million.
D Prince says, what does it mean when your ancestors appear in your dreams?
They're trying to communicate with you.
Mm-hmm. You got to pay attention to the dream. What's going on in the dream? What was being said? What was being done?
They're trying to communicate with you, D Prince. You pay attention. You might want to write it down. You might want to get a book, and you might want to write it down. It feels like 2020 is going to be Joe Rogan. Lanisha Owens. What about Joe Rogan? You know, we did, a reading on him on YouTube. It's one of the YouTube videos. We did it. He's a good brother. Well, he's Caucasian or Italian, whatever, but still, he's a good guy.
All right, you got another question about finding a picture, Nikki.
What?
Shay Ella says, peace and love, Nikki and brother ADINKRA. I've been trying to find a picture of my grandmother that my father showed me a few years ago. Can you see where it is?
Do the same thing I told who was it? Militia? No, Nikki to do. One of your family members have that picture though.
And family members be selfish. That could be the only picture of them, and that could be their sister, and they still don't want to give it to the child. You
Right.
should give it to the kid because that's their parent.
First of all, nowadays, like my sister got a lot of pictures, my brother's got a lot of pictures. So I just take a picture with my phone and print it out my goddamn self. That way I don't have to ask for the picture. We all can have pictures. So what I do is I have a little Canon printer, you know, the mini ones that y'all could buy it from Walmart. $99. Take a picture of your relatives. If the other relatives have the pictures, take a picture with your phone, print it out, and you get your own picture. Technology, y'all. Technology.
But see, a lot of times too, like I feel like in my situation, there's pictures of my mom that my family members got, but they won't give it to me because they know that I'm not a Christian. So they just won't give me my mom's picture. I think they be lying to me a lot of times.
Why would you do something to your mother's picture though? That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
But that's how people are. They like, you know.
Yeah, well, okay. So I didn't know Joe Rogan was a trillionaire. You sure about that? It says, is he the trillionaire who could give billion?
No, he ain't.
I don't think he's a trillionaire. Thank you, Virtuous One. Everybody hit the like button and subscribe. And press the little bell notification so you can get our notifications when we come on. Same thing on Facebook. Yeah, I don't think Joe Rogan is a trillionaire. I don't think so.
He got some bread though, but I don't know about that. Let me see. She asked about no. She should ask about somebody asked about moving. What is that? Okay, I guess that's it.
Somebody wants to know something about moving?
Oh, here we go. Peso. I had a dream about a lady. We went out of town, and my auntie had a pic of that lady, and she turned out to be my great grandmother.
So your great grandmother wants to communicate with you. She probably ready to have a conversation with you. Make an altar for her. Peso. Make an altar for your great grandmother and start communicating with her.
And that's the thing too. A lot of people get into spirituality and stuff, and they start wanting to deal with the spirits right away and gods. And a lot of times, really, you have to go to your ancestors first. Your ancestors, you know, they come before any other spirit you deal with. You gotta deal with your ancestors first.
Okay, Lanisha. Let me know when you want your career reading. Well, if that's the case, you might as well do a New Year's reading. As a matter of fact, we do New Year's reading. We'll be doing them next week. And we do New Year's reading, and it's a brief reading about what's going to be coming for you for the New Year's. So usually when we do the New Year's reading, we don't charge a regular price. We give a discount on it, okay? So next week we'll be doing New Year's reading. And you'll get like a 20-minute reading about what's going to happen in the new year for you. Love, health, and finance, okay? So we're doing it next week, and it's going to be $45 for the readings. Okay, usually the general reading is $75, but it's going to be $45 for the new year. If everybody wants to get a general reading for the new year, covering love, health, and finance, what we see for you, the readings are going to be 20 minutes long, okay? And it's going to be $45 to do them. So usually every year we get, I'm going to tell you, like last year, we was like, the phone was off the hook, okay, for the New Year's reading because everybody wants to know what we seen. So that's why we'll usually discount it to give everybody a chance to afford to be able to pay to, you know, do a whole New Year's reading. So if y'all down, we'll put it up and let y'all know. What about
what we was talking about, you know, for the New Year doing?
Oh yeah, and then also too, family, we have a New Year spiritual package coming out. Spiritual soap, spiritual oil, okay. And we're trying to figure out what else we want to put in there. We got to go with spirit, see what else we want to put in there. But pretty much a spiritual package put together for the new year. Moving bad energy from last year. You know, we may do some NICKY. I don't know. We'll see what spirit says. NICKY is what you take to help go through your transformation. Okay? So, everybody, you know, look out for the New Year spiritual package too, okay? It'll be affordable. As a matter of fact, we're probably one of the most cheapest around. We're not looking, we don't like to price gouge people. Some people do. But it is what it is. So we'll be doing a spiritual package for the New Year's as well. start the new year with a bang.
Atmosphere is the link. If you want to just click on the link, you can go up to the top of the our YouTube page, and it has a link, direct link to the store, WUNAM and ADINKRA.com. You can click up there. And I did put it in the chat. Also, I didn't put the link, but I put the web address, WUNAM and ADINKRA.com. Excuse
Ken
me.
Abrams said, it's funny. Jaleesa asked me, she wondered if my father have a message for me, and I said it probably would be the same message you and brother gave me before, and I think I hear his voice. Get up and walk, son.
Who said that?
Ken's father. But we've been telling you that for years. Get up and walk. Get up and walk. Build them legs back up. And you know what Spirit is showing me, Ken, what you probably need to do is start out with exercising your legs. Start building up your leg strength again by doing, I don't know if you can, you know, they got some of them little bikes you can sit on, you can ride like that. Start building up your legs first. Slowly but surely, do them exercises and then get up and try to walk. That's where Spirit just showed me you working on that. So you want to build the strength back up in your legs again.
JJ97.
Every day. Okay?
JJ97 says, my snake scale patterns. What my skin has, snake scale patterns. What does that mean?
That you're a serpent being. That's what that means. You're a serpent being.
You got some dry skin.
That means you got some RNA DNA. You're a serpent being. An alien. All right, Charles, over the time. We're about to get off of here. I want to thank y'all for coming on. It's been a pleasure. Okay? Been a pleasure. I got to take it down now. I'm tired. So we'll see you all soon. Okay? I just said that mean you ashy.
Yeah, that's what Nicky.
You ain't never lied nowadays. Yeah, you
Nicky,
ash. You need some lotion. You need some good old shea butter. Put some shea butter on your skin. I was going to the gym doing that and the standing frame, but I slacked off a little. But I'm about to start back. Can get you something you could do it at home, so you feel more comfortable. So you could get up in the morning while you sitting there reading or doing whatever you do. You could be exercising them legs. Do something like a little machine. You can find it on Amazon or some of them are cheap at Walmart. And do a little machine. Do it right at home where you're comfortable. Where you can get on there 10 minutes a day. 10 minutes, 15 minutes a day. And slowly but surely you build them legs back up. You're going to see. Don't say I didn't tell you so. Once you do that, then you can get up and walk. You're going to be walking again. You're going to walk. You'll see.
Tiger Divine, we've been coming on a lot lately. We took a week off, but we came back on this week.
We came back on this week.
Yeah, so we just want to come on and just see what was going on the 25th. Are we going? Oh no, I was talking about those who want to get rituals done for the new year for a prosperous year.
Oh, we just talked about that.
Oh, I thought you said the kit. Okay.
What?
Okay.
What you talking? Rituals done? Oh, you talking about rituals too?
Yeah.
I mean, they could do that too. We did that. Well, yeah, we did that last year too. Cause what we did is a group ritual. So if y'all want to, my head is just. I'm sorry, y'all. I need to wash my hair. But if y'all want to get a ritual done and be included in the group ritual, we are doing that too. Actually, we're doing that one Sunday because that's where we got the chickens and stuff at. So,
so if y'all want to
participate, y'all could donate. We're not asking for no set price. You could donate, and we could put your name in the ritual. We're doing a big New Year's ritual Sunday. We got a couple of chickens, and coming to us. So if y'all want to participate, you can donate.
But yeah, chickens and
pigeons.
Pigeons.
So yeah, if y'all just first of all, you can inbox each or text us. Give them the number to text.
Yeah, you can text the 909 number.
Right.
After you pay, so you can pay on her Cash App, right?
Either or.
You want to do because we don't have the donation button on YouTube. Because I was gonna say donate. I mean on.
Well, they could Cash App. Just put Cash App. Just put in the Cash App. You're donating to be included in the New Year's ritual.
Cash App is $ Nicky Love 48.
Right? $ Nicky Love 48. NICKY spelled NICKY LOVE 48. Nikki Love 48 to Cash App to be a part of the ritual we're doing Sunday. We're doing a New Year's ritual, giving offerings to the gods, the chickens and the pigeons. So we're doing that Sunday. If y'all want to donate, you can donate. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now,
When's the deadline?
the deadline, we're doing it Sunday, so y'all better have it in before we do it Sunday afternoon, because everything's being done Sunday, early Sunday, 6 o'clock. We're doing the major ritual to all the gods.
So,
And you ought to slap him, Jaleesa. Now, he just, she bought you the machine. She bought it and you ain't use it. Get on that machine and stop playing. Stop playing. Come on now. Get them legs to working. You need it. Get them legs to working, okay?
yeah. So,
I get it sitting there collecting dust, ain't it, Jaleesa?
so yeah. If y'all want that ritual done, let us know because we're doing it. What Sunday?
Sunday.
Sunday.
And then you inbox. Now I'm gonna tell y'all like this, and I ain't even trying to be funny because I know how some people are. You can request what you want to happen for your New Year. So just say if you want a new job. I want to be able to be more peaceful. I want to be more, I don't want to worry, right? Stuff like that.
Don't ask for 20 things on.
Don't ask for 20 things and then donate $1 because you ain't getting it.
It should be at least 25, at least or more.
I mean, if you want if you're serious about getting blessings for the New Year's and you want to, at least donate $25.
Yeah.
Then you could and don't be like, oh well, I want to know if my mother's gonna be my friend. No, I need a list of what you want. So your name. So if your name is Ken and you want blessings for the New Year's, I just write down new house, a new job, more money, positive thinking, just things like that. Don't be trying to give a whole list because what we do is we write down what your request is and then we put them in the shrines with all the gods for the new year, okay? So some people just be like taking advantage, okay? All right, y'all. I'll put the Cash App in there too if y'all want to donate too, okay?
Cash App. So I'll put the Cash App in there too.
And make sure y'all put y'all numbers in there so we can send a video. Because I like my people to see that we're not playing no games. They will be able to see a video. As a matter of fact, I don't know if we should do it.
Nah, we can't. Well, I guess we could. I guess we could. Do you want to call them or FaceTime them when we're doing it? Or?
No, that's too much. We can't. How are we gonna have all the
Okay.
phones?
Well,
what
I
I'm
guess
saying is we'll do
could,
the video, and then we could send it showing their names that we're doing all the rituals.
All right. Well, we could. All right. I was gonna say I would like take a picture and just group send it.
Take a video and then group send it to everybody that participated.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, family. I put it in the Facebook for y'all too.
So we could do. So we doing mostly prosperity, or we doing protection?
I mean, y'all can ask for protection. You can ask for prosperity. I mean, let me give y'all a number. 5 things you can ask for. If you donate $25, you can ask for 5 things. You can ask the gods to give you, you know what I mean, protection, better mind, whatever. You can ask 5 things. And make sure that you don't write a whole 10,000 things. Just write what you want. That way, when we write your name and then we put down your request from the gods, we're going to put it on a shrine, and that's what we're going to ask for. Okay? All right, so that's pretty much it, family. Next week, we'll focus on it. I don't know if we're going to do it. We'll figure out what day spirits say to do it, okay? But we're going to do New Year's readings. They're going to be $45 for a general reading to see what's going to happen for the new year for you, okay? And usually, I think I was doing them last year. Who remembers? Y'all been with us for a while. Did I do it last year on New Year's Day? When did I do the New Year's readings? So you will get a general reading for half the price that you get it if you book it on the site. We do it for the New Year's to give people a chance to ask about what's going to happen for the New Year's.
Yeah, once you donate, put your name, text your name and what you want.
Right.
Like she said. If you donate, especially if you donate through Cash App, you can put the name. Can you put the name on there? Or no. Yeah, you can put what you want in your real name, okay? Because a lot of y'all have crazy names for your Cash App. So
Yeah, so be sure to put your name, your real name, your first name. Don't put no crazy name. Don't put your name on there on Facebook. Put your first, and all we need is your first name. We don't have to have, so put your first name, okay? And what you want.
yeah, and yeah, after you do your donation, of course.
Tarika Tequila, hey, yeah, you late. We're about to get off.
And if you can't do that, if you got to donate through other means, you can text us to the 909 number also.
Yeah, I'll put that in there too. The 909 number. You can text. You can actually, as a matter of fact, y'all need to text your request through that number so I can just pull it up and write it down. Okay? So I can pull it up and write it down.
And the number is 909-749-8626.
First, actually, you know what? First and last name. Only because we may have some people with the same name. So put first and last name. We do not give out your information. Nobody won't know your real name. Okay? I was just thinking about that. You real name? Gotcha. Yeah, Tiger Divine, real name. And that when you text to that 909 number, nobody else sees that but us. So nobody will have your real name. Okay? So we're saying that, family. We're about to skip that'll off of here. It's already almost 2 hours. So next week we're going to be doing $45 general readings for the new year for you on love, health, and finance. Okay? And Sunday we're doing a major ritual, giving offerings to the gods, chickens and pigeons and all that stuff. We're doing major offerings to the gods to have a good, prosperous new year. Okay? If you want to be involved in that, do your donation. Send your request to 909-749-8626. 909-749-8626 if you want to be included in that ritual. We're doing one Sunday, and we might do another one at the end of January.
And also, if you do Cash App, like I said, and you have another name, text through the 909 number your Cash App, so we'll know that you actually paid.
Right. Okay. All right, family. It was lovely. It was nice, but it's now time to go. We've been on here. How long? That one say how long? We've been over here over an hour. Almost 2 hours here on Facebook. How come that one?
Let's say 107 minutes.
This one say 148 minutes.
That's a minute and 48. Well, right there.
Really?
I'd say the same thing.
Let's say 1 hour and 49 minutes.
Yeah.
You'll say 1 hour and what?
No, it say 107 minutes. They just go strictly by minutes. That one goes by
hour.
They'll do the hour in minutes.
All right, family. Love y'all. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get up off of here because I got to go to bed. I love y'all. We'll see y'all soon. And, have a happy, I call it happy family time, not Merry Christmas. It's time where families able to get together. So y'all do what y'all do. Blessings, family.
Peace.
Peace.